So I'm David Castle, Professor of Psychiatry, St Vincent's Hospital, Melbourne. I'm here to talk today about some inspiration from patients during the time of COVID. So I've been so struck by so many of my patients who have suffered with mental health problems, often for a very protracted period of time, who have really rallied and have inspired me in terms of my response also to COVID. So I'm going to give you a few examples. One which is very striking and interesting is people who have lived with obsessive compulsive disorder. So they really, I thought, would struggle enormously with regard to all of the concerns about germs and contamination and so forth under COVID. But in fact, a lot of them have found it quite reassuring and have said how they have responded to this challenge in a way which actually allows them to think about how other people interpret contamination and so forth, and in a way it contains their own anxieties to some degree. So that was a very, I suppose, unexpected outcome for me. Another patient of mine said something to me which was so lovely. He said, I've used the opportunity to get very much better at longer distance running, because whenever I go out for my run, I'm aware I've got to keep going and not keep on stopping, because every time I stop I have to put my mask on. So I thought that's another really positive way of looking at something as an opportunity. So he was very proud of himself that his running stamina was so much better. And the final patient is somebody who lives alone but has and really quite a restricted life. But what he decided to do under COVID was to volunteer to adopt a greyhound. Greyhounds are rather interesting dogs, as I found out from him. In fact, they look like they should be out there running all the time, but in fact they spend an awful lot of time asleep and don't need all that much exercise, although they do need to get out every day. So that's a great advantage in taking your dog out. And he says going out for a nice walk with his dog is quite a different experience, and actually makes you more socially connected, of course, experiencing social distancing as well, because people are interested in the dog. So that opens things up, and he says just having this other being within his house and within his care has been really nice for him. So these are a few inspirational stories from patients. I would suggest that we all take inspiration from each other, and I wish you all the very best.